Hello everyone and a warm welcome to my channel. My name is Rouz Rabiei and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this exciting journey. In every episode, I'll be shining the spotlight on the incredible local entrepreneurs. My mission is simple, to familiarize you with these incredible local gems, their products and services, encourage you all to support them, and together build a united, more stronger community. And today I'm here with Rouz, the owner of Bita Floral. Hi Rouz.
Hi Sam, how are you?
Very good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for giving me the time
Thank
to
you
make
so
this
much for
happen.
doing this.
Oh, my pleasure. No problem at all. If you can tell us about your business.
Absolutely. So we're a local flower boutique located in Whitby in the Pringle Creek Plaza. And we do all sorts of, we provide all sorts of floral services. We do weddings, funerals, your day-to-day arrangements.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. And besides flowers, what else do you carry here? What other services do you provide or what other products do you have?
Absolutely. So a wide range of products besides just fresh cut flowers. We offer plants, house plants. We offer dried and preserved products as well. Certain items you see behind us here, These are all preserved roses.
Oh, these are all preserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long do they last?
Believe it or not, up to 3 years. Now,
nice.
You have to keep them out of direct sunlight because obviously sunlight fades color on all things, really, right? And avoid touching the product too often, right? Because of the moisture on our hands. Because over time, not a couple times you touch it, nothing's going to happen. But over time, if you keep touching it, then yes, it could see some damage to the product. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. So fully grown roses in Ecuador, believe it or not, and at a farm level, they preserve them.
Wow.
So they retain their original shape.
Right.
Some of the colors you see, like we have black roses down there. I don't know if the viewers can see those, but some certain other colors, they're certainly dyed because natural roses don't grow in those colors.
That's right.
But they offer a beauty of its own.
Absolutely. They're so unique.
100%.
It's not something that you actually see every day.
No, definitely not. It's a great alternative to fresh cut flowers, right?
Exactly.
Nothing beats the longevity of this product, right?
So
you gift this to somebody and it lasts up to 3 years for them. So
you'll be in their memory for 3 days.
Absolutely.
3 years.
3 years, 100%.
That's great. So do you offer delivery here?
Absolutely, yes. So we're actually one of the few flower shops in Whitby, or I even actually think in all of Durham, that provide the range of delivery that we offer. So we'll go as east as Newcastle, and we can go as west as Mississauga, Milton. Wow. And we also do cover Welland, St. Catharines, Niagara Falls region as well. Wow. We can go to London, Kitchener, Guelph, GTHA, I would say.
This is fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's very rare to see a shop or a business that offers such a wide range of delivery.
Certainly is. And
absolutely amazing.
At the beginning, we did only Durham delivery, but then we were lucky enough to expand and do GTHA, and there was a demand for it. We do have a lot of customers who do wish to send flowers to the GTHA area because we have family all over, right? That's right? So people like to send from their local shop that they know and they're familiar with.
That's right.
And they can trust that the product will get there in one piece and on time.
I love it. This is fantastic. Yeah. Beautiful. I think this is a very amazing service in terms of delivery that you're offering here.
Thank you.
So can you provide some tips on how to take care of fresh cut flowers?
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. So it's actually a common question as well, right? Most people, or most recipients, let's say, that get flowers tend to neglect the care of the flowers, right? And that's not a problem. Not a lot of people are prioritizing taking care of fresh cut flowers. You have so much things on the go, and that's completely understandable. But in order to get the most out of the flowers, the best things to do are certainly every other day, change the water that the flowers sit in, right? And how you would do that is just by taking the flowers out of your vase, right, or the container that it's in, dumping the water, rinsing out your vase a little, right, and filling it up back with room temperature water, giving the stems a diagonal cut. That's very important, a diagonal cut to expose more of the stem, so there's more water intake, right? Oh. And with all arrangements that we send out, we provide a little flower food packet as well, right? It's just a nice mixture of nutrients and preservative that the flower needs to last longer.
That's right.
A dash of that in your water.
Just a dash.
Just a dash. That pack can actually last you a while. Some people put the whole thing in, no problem. But you can make it last. Exactly. You can make it last, so why not, right?
Exactly.
So just a dash of that into your water and put the flowers right back in. repeat these steps every other day,
That's
and it could last up to
Wow.
3 weeks for you.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
absolutely.
that's fantastic.
It also depends on the environment you keep them in. If
That's
it's in
right.
a warmer environment, you can expect your flowers to blow open faster, perhaps wilt faster, right?
Right.
But flowers are very sensitive to heat, right? That's why we put them in a cooler, so they
That's
last
right.
longer,
That's
and
right.
they don't blow that open in the cooler either. But if you can keep them in a cool environment,
Right.
it's the best thing to do.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for providing
No,
that
of course,
information. What do you recommend your customers do to take care of an orchid?
Very good question.
This,
Absolutely.
honestly, I have heard this many times from different people, and everybody seems to be all clueless about it. Nobody knows what to do.
Yeah.
So please.
So orchids are a tropical plants, right? They don't require that much water. They thrive in more warmer, humid environments, right? So the best thing to do with your orchid, they all come with a care tag on them, no matter where you buy them from. From a farm level, they always have that one standardized care tag on them. Whether you buy it at a grocery store, or you buy it at a flower shop, most of them will have that tag on there. What the tag recommends to do is to put 6 ice cubes by the plants every 2 weeks.
Right.
Now, for me, that's a little strange, because why put ice cold water by a roots of a tropical plant, right? It will definitely shock the plants and throw it off.
That's right.
So what I tell all my customers is, when you read that 6 ice cubes, it's a unit of measurement. So picture 6 ice cubes melted, and you get the idea of how much water there is, right? So it's fairly little. It's not that much water. But the best way to water a orchid plant would be to remove it from the ceramic pot that it comes in and expose the plastic covering that it's sitting in. That plastic covering has holes underneath it, right? So what the best thing to do is fill up that ceramic pot that it comes in with water, an inch or half an inch of water, and then put the orchid right back into the pot. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, remove the orchid again, let the excess water drain out, dump the water from the ceramic container, put the orchid back into the ceramic container. And now you're good for 2 to 3 weeks.
Excellent.
Right? Depending on the temperature of the environment you keep it in, you might require to water it more often or less.
Right.
So that's one thing you just have to kind of judge yourself on where you're putting it, and you go about it that way. Keep it out of direct sunlight. They thrive on low to indirect sunlight. They don't need a direct sunlight. It will scorch the flower, right? And eventually it will dry out.
This is very simple.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
simple.
Yeah. I find that most people, what they struggle with is the fact that they overwater it.
That's right.
Thinking it requires a lot of water, but don't be alarmed, right? Just let it dry out. It will thrive. It will continue to still hold its flower. But certainly water it the way that I just described, and it should last you a very long time.
When do you think you have to? When do you think that the plant is ready to be watered?
Right. So the same way, if you actually remove the physical plant from that ceramic container that it's in, and just kind of observe the outside of that plastic wrapping. If it's very dry, you'll see a very light brown inside. Right. You'll noticeably see that it's dry.
I see.
But when it's actually well watered, it's a more darker green on the inside of that plastic wrapping. So you know that there is still moisture in there. You do not need to water it anytime soon, but regularly check, and that gives you an idea of how fast it's drying out in the environment that you're keeping it
So
in.
basically, the color of the roots in that plastic container indicates if it needs to be watered.
Absolutely.
Very simple.
Very simple. Yeah, it's just it's a patience game and understanding the plant a little bit. Right? And once you have that on lockdown, then the rest is on cruise control, really.
Exactly. I think all the viewers, the one that they actually have orchids at home, their orchids are going to thrive more now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope so, because they're such a beautiful plant. They last such a long time.
That's right.
You can put them anywhere in your house and it'll look beautiful. The main entrance, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, wherever you want, it still looks beautiful.
Excellent. Yeah. This is fabulous. What is the top feedback your clients give you?
Right. There's actually 2 that we often get here at Bita Floral. So the first one is our professionalism and the level of service that we provide to our customers. I don't like to do my interactions just a transactional. Hello, how are you? Here's what you're looking for. Goodbye, right?
Right.
I like to build that rapport, get to know my customers, get to know their needs and wants, right? So I can provide them that the exact product that they're looking for, right?
Excellent.
So I would say the level of service we provide to our customers is the one thing we always get feedback on Google reviews. If you take the time to even just read some of our reviews, you'll
Right.
see that people are talking about that, the level of service, the level of care, the attention to detail that we have on what we do here.
Very nice.
And I'm very proud of that, right? Because it just goes a long way. It's the value that's added to the customer.
Definitely.
And they're more inclined to come back, right?
That's
and
right.
that's customer retention for me is everything. Obviously, new customers are always welcome. I'd love to get to know them
For
on a
sure.
personal basis as well. But the ones that we already have and everything, those guys are everything for us. You know, I mean, those customers, we have a very soft spot in our hearts for them, for sure. The other feedback that we often get is the longevity of our fresh cut roses.
Very nice.
So we've gotten feedback from our customers who are regular rose customers, and they'll come back and they'll be like, wow, those roses lasted up to 3 weeks. And it's just so good to hear that, right? Because often people don't think roses last that long. Most people have the experience that they last for 3 days, 4 days if you're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, the proper care and maintenance, going back to taking care of your fresh cut
For
flowers,
sure.
that also plays a role in it, right? You can't just neglect them and just keep them in the same water that they're sitting in, right?
I'm sure the quality plays a big part into it as well.
Absolutely.
Like I'm sure all the viewers have the experience of purchasing flowers, let's say from this big department stores like Costco, like Walmart, places like this. And they've noticed that the flowers only last for, like, as you said, 3 to 4 days. Even some might, you know, take care of it properly, but it doesn't last that long. And I think a big part of it is the quality. So where do you get your flowers from that they last?
Absolutely.
What is the key?
So you're certainly right about quality. That plays a huge role in it as well, right? So our roses, specifically my roses, come from Ecuador, right? And I have found over the years that I've been doing this, Ecuadorian roses tend to last the longest, right? And going back to the department stores and whatnot, for the most part, their flowers are locally sourced, right? And not only that, once they get it in, it's just simply put in water. They're not cut, they're not cared for or anything. They're put in water and just put on display, and people come and grab them as they go, right? Whereas here, when we bring them in, we cut them, we clean them, put them in fresh water, add the preservative to them, right? Put them in the cooler so they last longer. And luckily, we have a very good turnover on our roses. So that passes on the longevity to the customer as well, right? So the minute they come in, they get hydrated because they come in a dry pack. They're out of water when they arrive. We put them in water, hydrate them. They pretty much come back to life, if you want to think of it. They're not dead to begin with, but they're just like, let's say they're in hibernation mode, kind of, right? They wake up, very nice, firm heads, and we put them in the cooler right away, right? And the turnover is so high that once the customer gets it, they last a very long time for them as well. Now, the Ecuadorian roses, they have a life 10 to 12 days in the cooler alone. Right? So imagine if you buy them early enough and then they're in your house, then it's going to be a very long time. You do the proper care and maintenance for them, and they'll last a very, very long time. Yeah,
that's
so
fantastic.
Ecuadorian roses, from my experience, this is just a personal experience from what I've seen and what I've worked with, they seem to be the best type of roses. Not to say you can't get better roses or good roses elsewhere. Of course, Colombia has amazing roses as well, right? But personally, for me, in my shop, I would prefer the Ecuadorian roses.
Fair enough. Excellent. And do you work with local growers?
Absolutely, yeah. So we're the main market that we get all our flowers from. The suppliers and wholesalers, they'll also carry local flowers from local farmers, but they'll also have import. I like to keep a mix, right? There's certain flowers from South America that are just great to get from South America because of their growing conditions. We don't have those growing conditions in Canada, right? So those flowers, although they might be able to grow here, they're just not favorable. They're very limited season for them, right? Whereas like in South America, you can have year-round products because of the growing conditions. Not to say it doesn't get cold there. They do have extreme weather there. Sometimes they can face extreme rainfall with very little sun. Flooding in some cases, right, damages the product, right? So there are always setbacks and complications anywhere, right?
Right.
But definitely, yes, I do grab local flowers as well. There are certain customers that want to support local farmers and buy local,
Absolutely.
and we have that product for them, right?
Excellent.
So we provide those services. As well.
Excellent. You know, I hope that they remedy this problem for roses, and through technology, they create an environment to grow roses in Canada, so we'll be independent of that.
Absolutely. And I think one day we will. One day we absolutely will. I'm not to say you can't grow roses in Canada right now. That you certainly can. There are local
No,
roses
no,
that
no.
come, right?
Yes, no. What I meant is in that quality that
Oh,
it
yes,
lasts
absolutely.
so long,
100%.
so we can actually purchase those also, and even the customer is going to be happy because it's not. It's good to support all the small businesses and local businesses, to be honest with you. But in terms of what you do, I feel like you have to answer to your customers too for the products that you bring in.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I don't ever want to bring in anything that doesn't last long for the customer. You know, they're not happy with the product, right? It really doesn't make any kind of sense to bring certain products in like that, right? But you're certainly right. Maybe in, I don't know, years, who knows? Maybe sooner, with the way technology is advancing, we might be lucky to do stuff like that. Right now, unfortunately, we have such a good short growing season. That's good, right? Like our summers are very short. If we do get a summer, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's very mild,
so
right?
True, yeah.
So that is just, you got to kind of play the hand you're dealt with. Besides that, you would be doing it in greenhouses, but that drives the cost up.
That's
Energy, costs are very high, right? So it's not even sustainable to maybe have operations like that unless you're doing it on a grand scale.
That's right.
Right? And you have a ton of buyers, and that's the only way you can hold off. But yeah, absolutely. Just shopping local, we shouldn't stop there. There's so much behind the scenes as well that are still local.
Absolutely.
So why not continue along that supply chain as well, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for the viewers that they are watching this video and they would like to get in touch with you, what are the best ways?
Absolutely. So they can reach us by phone, by email, on our social media. So the address of the shop is 728 Anderson Street in the Pringle Creek Plaza, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, on the corner of Anderson and Manning.
Right.
Our phone number is 905-233-8595. And our email address is bitafloral@gmail.com. Just the name of the shop, one word, @gmail.com. We are also on social media, on Instagram @Bita Floral. And we're also on Facebook as well. So all the viewers can contact us through any of those channels, whatever is most convenient for them. We also do have a website, bitafloral.ca. Take a look. It's got tons of variety of flowers on there, different options for all types of occasions. So those would be the best ways to contacting us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that information. And is there anything you would like to add?
Certainly. Definitely the opportunity to come into the shop if you haven't come in before. It's a very beautiful small shop, but we do the best with it, right? Definitely take the time, come in, see the product for yourself, get familiarized with what we offer. I would love to meet everybody and get to know them one-on-one. That's always one of the best parts of the job, is meeting new people and just getting more familiar with the community, 100%. Right? We've been in this specific location for 5 years now. This upcoming November 2023 will be our 6-year mark that we've been here. Yeah, absolutely. So the community in Pringle Creek know us very well. And I love this community. I love the people that are in this community and come and shop at this plaza. They're fantastic and wonderful people. So I couldn't ask for anything better. But we always have people coming who have newly moved to Whitby, maybe not in the Pringle Creek area, but they hear about us through word of mouth, or they see our high reviews on Google, and they give us a chance, and they're always wowed. And they're always grateful that they took the opportunity to come in, right? There's much more to see in store than there is online and on social media. We're just very limited on what we can put up there. There's tons of stuff that always comes in and out of this shop, there's very little time to kind of document and share all of these. Yeah, exactly, right? So we get a chance to post some of our creative work online and on Instagram for people to share. But unfortunately, not everything is able to be seen. But definitely come on in. We, like I was saying earlier, fresh cut flowers, plants, dried and preserved products, gift items, pretty much anything you're looking for, we can do here.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you so much for taking the time and watching this video all the way to the end. Once again, my name is Sam Rabiei. I am sales representative at EXP Realty, your local real estate agent. And if you have any questions in regards to buying or selling your home, I would be very happy to help you with that. My phone number is 647-655-6160, and my website is samrabiei.com. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this interview. Please and please help me to achieve my goal of helping and supporting local entrepreneurs by sharing and liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you again and have a fantastic day. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Sam.
it. Thank you. You have a fantastic
You as
day.
well.
Thank you.